Hello to all my beautiful viewers out there, and today we're going to be talking about the upcoming release of another collaboration between Undercover and Converse. That's right guys, Jun Takahashi is back again to collaborate with Converse. This has happened many times over the year and previous years, and this time round on November 14th for a unknown retail price. Unfortunately, I don't have those details for you. I've looked everywhere, but I cannot find a retail price. So first of all, I'm just going to speculate it's going to be around 100 to 120 to 30 US dollars retail. That's off speculation because previous shoes like this by both Undercover and Converse have released for around that price. So I'm going to assume it's between the $100 and $130 price range, but I can't tell you. We honestly don't know. As I said though, November 14th, they're bringing in these two new styles of New Warriors. That's what it's being dubbed as, the New Warriors Converse Undercover collab. Now, this one is kind of funky. We'll start with the high top one. The high top one features a zip down the front where the traditional laces are. The laces and eyelets are still there. They haven't removed them, but they've laced them vertically instead of horizontally, and I personally don't know how I feel about that. And then we have the big old rings, one at the front and one at the back, that almost acts as a pull tab. I personally wouldn't use it as a pull tab, just in case you pulled too hard and pulled it off. That would yeah, that definitely ruin both the value of the shoe and the overall look of it, because honestly I think these rings actually complement the overall look of this pair of high tops. The thing that doesn't complement it so much is the laces. I kind of would have just liked the traditional laces going across. I'm hoping that there's enough lace that they supply on the actual shoe where I can still do that if I wanted to. I'd rather the laces actually just be laced over the top of the zipper and the zipper be more of an aesthetic thing instead of a practical thing. Yeah, it's kind of a weird choice. It's over the top of a canvas camo upper with an embroidered New Warriors NW on the side, and New Warriors kind of drawn in. It looks like it's been drawn in on with like pencil on the toe box. They've given the outsole, or sorry, the midsole and the toe box a very worn look. Some people are very hit or miss when they get shoes that are already giving off the vibe or have the aesthetic of pre-worn. That's a very easy way to like split the sneaker community on how they feel about a pair of sneakers by releasing them pre-worn. I mean, people don't mind too much if they're designed to be worn and there's like something to that, like when you wear them, they wear away to a new color or something like that. Like, people are okay with that, but you really split the community down the middle on whether or not if they want them or not, if they already look pre-worn. Because honestly, if I like showcase to you guys a pair of like fresh Converse, or if I was like, hey, by the way, do you want these fresh Converse or do you want like these nasty ass worn ones? By the way, they cost the same, but I designed these ones like this. Do you like these pre-worn ones? Like, I obviously know your answer with that. You're gonna buy the fresh ones. And that's why a lot of people are kind of like, ew, like worn look. Anyway, so I personally think the worn look complements the upper, as the upper is quite toned down in color, so it already looks like it's kind of worn. I like the worn aesthetic. The worn aesthetic is nice, and honestly, I doubt you're buying Converse to have them, you know, be fresh anyway. Like, Converse are meant to be worn. They look better aesthetically when they're worn. So I honestly don't mind too much that these already look worn. You're kind of already doing that for me. You're doing what I was going to buy them for anyway. I doubt that they're going to release in my size, which is a size US 16 to 17. I reckon the biggest size they'll go to is the traditional US 13. That's usually classed as a full size run, but, you know, of course it's not, because I'm missing out. As I said, dropping November 14th on Converse.com and a select number of retailers. Now that is pair number one. That is the high tops. Let's move on to the low cut version, which I honestly think is quite nice as well. I honestly thought that they wouldn't be able to apply the same design they applied to the high top to the low cut, but they seem to have nailed it here. So the low cut version obviously is missing the one star logo that would be plastered on the insides of the Converse high top. It is got the New Warriors logo embroidered on the back near the heel, as well as the silver ring that could act as a pull tab, but I wouldn't use it as a pull tab because I would feel uncomfortable, as I said, of pulling it off. Either way, I'm kind of disappointed in the low cut one though, because it's only got one ring. I kind of would have liked the second ring, maybe on the tongue, maybe at the toe box. You know, you're giving me 2 rings on the high top one. Why not give me 2 rings on the low cut one? Either way, I do like the change of removing the zipper and just having traditional laces. I think that's a lot nicer. I think that honestly complements it a bit more. It is featuring the worn look on the outsole as well the toe box, so if you're hoping that the low cut one changes from that, unfortunately it does not. It does feature, as I said before, the look of putting the New Warriors on the toe box in, I assume, is meant to be a pencil aesthetic. It looks like someone's grabbed a pencil and like drawn it on. I think that's the aesthetic it's meant to go for. Maybe I'm missing some context there, but I don't know, that's what the vibes it gives off when I look at it. Personally, if I had to pick out of the two, even though the zipper is incredibly off-putting, I'm kind of feeling the high top ones a lot more than the low cut ones. I don't know if it's because the high top ones have 2 rings and the low cut ones don't, but I think I would then go out and buy some traditional laces and lace them horizontally and normally if I bought the high top pair. But yeah, the low cut pair isn't really doing it to me. As I said, I probably won't be able to buy either because the biggest size they'll probably go to is a size 13. Either way, both pairs releasing November 14th at Converse.com and various other retailers. I will put a link in the description section for you guys. If you don't know where to pick them up, need some stores to pick them up from, need to know where they're dropping, I'll put it in the description section below. But that is all the details I have for you guys. Just a release date and basically a debut, basically what they look like. I'm so sorry, normally I have a price, but Converse sneakers, surprisingly, out of all the brands in the world, Converse sneakers are always the hardest to get the price for before they drop. So I'm so sorry that I don't have that for you, but as I said, I estimated them around 100 to 130. To sum it all up, potentially between 100 to 130 US dollars. November 14th. I personally like the high top ones more than the low cuts, and that's it. Surprisingly though, they're not a Japan exclusive either, which is actually kind of a shock, unlike the previously released Undercover Converse that released about a month or 2 ago, probably a month ago. But that's everything to do with them, guys. Now we need to have that conversation in the discussion section. Well, that's basically what it is. The comment section. Let me know. Are you keen on these Undercover Converse that are dropping on November 14th? Do you like the high tops? Do you like the low cuts? Do you think it's okay with the worn aesthetic on the outsoles? Will you pick it up because of that? Are you steering away because of that? Let me know everything you've got to say about these in that comment section below. And that is it, guys. That is the Undercover Converse dropping on November 14th for an unknown retail price. As I said, thoughts and opinions in that comment section below. Don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you to everyone that has been subscribing over the past couple days. I wouldn't be here without you. Subscribing means so much. So if you'd like to help the channel out, subscribe. If you're already subscribed and you want to help me further, share the video, boys. Was it boys and girls, whatever you self-identify as? Share the video and help a brother out. But thank you so much. Don't forget to follow all the socials in the description section. And that is everything to do with the Undercover Converse dropping on November 14th. So until the next sneaker video, guys, I'll catch you later.